Members of the Seprod family, specially invited guests, or PEP Scholarship awardees who are our 2020 Conquerors, good evening. The theme for this evening couldn't be more fitting or appropriate. 2020 Conquerors. From that title alone, I think we all deserve an award. All of us here survived 2020. We're still standing. Conqueror. Brilliant word choice. Who is a conqueror? One who wins. One who overcomes adversity, hardship, or difficult times. A victor. A champion, a hero, a winner. Today we're acknowledging these amazing children that conquered not only 2020, but PEP in the time of COVID. Now that's no easy feat. Let's be real, kids. School is not easy. Exams, not easy. And even worse, PEP is definitely not easy. And throw in the mix of a global pandemic that turned our entire world upside down. Needless to say, 2020 was rough. A lot of us felt COVID mash up with life. For many of us, 2020 evoked fear, restrictions, limitations, loneliness, not able to see our friends, unable to move around freely. I don't know about you, but I don't like people telling me what to do every second of every day, when to wear a mask, when to sanitize my hands. 2020 made me feel trapped. So if you felt that way, you're not alone. Us adults, we had to learn to pivot, to wheel and come again with work, responsibilities, opportunities. But you children, you had to face the most important transitional moments in your lives, preparing and sitting an exam that would set the tone, not just for now, but for the next 5 to 7 years of your life. Sitting an exam that would determine where you went for your secondary education, all in the midst of chaos. You had to do the ultimate pivot, the wickedest wheel and come again. It's not easy to change or adapt at any age. It takes practice. But you are amazing. You did it. You embraced change and you rose to the challenge. You all have an indomitable spirit. You know what that means? A spirit impossible to defeat. Now let's take a minute and think about it. Many of you children had to learn and change how to learn, which is huge. We all have different learning styles. Some of us are visual learners. We have to see what the teacher wrote on the board. Auditory learners. We need to hear the teacher speak. Kinesthetic learners. We have to do with our hands. If any of you are like me, you're all three. You have to do them all together. But you went from interactive, face-to-face learning, which you did your entire life, to being stuck in front of a computer, staring at a flat screen and trying to maintain focus for hours. So for you children to adapt, to learn in a new way, that is amazing. In such a critical year, and conquer and overcome, that's admirable. It's testimony to why Seprod chose each and every one of you to be recipients of these awards. Many companies, due to COVID all over the world, had to drop many projects simply because the world couldn't handle, because of the suffering of the financial situation, what COVID did to us. But Seprod Foundation believes in you children. Seprod Foundation wants to back you children. They chose to keep this program because they believe in you. They believe in your greatness and in your potential. And the fact that you all did so well in PEP proves them right. You possess endless possibilities. Despite how difficult 2020 was, despite how much we cuss it, it has actually equipped you children with skills that will make you unstoppable in life. It has taught you how to be adaptable and flexible, how to bend and change, no matter the situation. Listen to me, life will never be easy. And to be honest, easy will be boring. Life will always be filled with twists and turns and hurdles and obstacles. And it is persons who are capable of thinking outside of the box. Those are the ones who will thrive. It's persons who can be flexible and change when needed, depending on the situation. Those are the ones who will excel and do well. It's not always the smartest and fastest who will succeed. So I say this to you. Do not fear the unknown, children. Do not fear change. Do not fear challenges. Know that you are enough. You are enough to rise and conquer everything that comes your way. You have trained for it. You not only passed PEP, you passed the test of 2020 and you were victorious. Now, I love social media. Every now and again, I like to go and look at it and see the funny jokes and the quotes. And there was one I saw that really stuck to me. I saw a quote the other day, and it was awesome. It said, whatever you're doing today, do it with the confidence of a 4-year-old in a Batman t-shirt. Now think about it. No one is as fearless as a kid in his favorite superhero t-shirt. Remember when you were much smaller, when you did a little bit, and you believed you could do anything. You felt nothing was impossible. When you put that towel over your shoulder because you were Superman or Superwoman, you believe you could actually fly, don't? Hold on to that beautiful innocence where you believed in yourself. I want you to hold on to it because as we get older and life gets challenging, and believe me, it will, and people tell us, no, you can't, you're not good enough. We start to believe this and allow these negative things, these negative words, negative experiences to steal our joy and belief in ourselves. I want you children to fight. I want you to fight to hold on to believing you're enough. Always remind yourself that if Seprod believed in you, it's because they saw something special in you. Don't be afraid to fail. Fail a test. Fail when trying to make it on a team. It doesn't matter what. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure is simply a teaching experience, which will prepare you for being better the next time. Life is about falling sometimes. If you keep falling and have to pick yourself up over and over, you actually get stronger. Every time you have to lift yourself to try again. If I fear you didn't know, I teach fitness. And there's an exercise called a burpee. I love burpees. But it's when you drop to the floor into a push-up and you have to jump back up again. Now imagine that first time you drop to the floor in a push-up to do that first burpee. It's a struggle. You weren't that strong. You didn't expect it to be that hard. But after doing it over and over and over, picture how much stronger you would be. And then after 15 burpees, after doing it over and picking yourself up, you're that much stronger. Don't be afraid of failure or no's. Let them fuel you. Let them motivate you to go harder. All right, story time. Steve Jobs, you know who that is? He's the man who put Apple on the map. Mac computers, iPhone, iPod, AirPod. He's that guy. He's the man who pioneered all the Apple products. So you know he was awesome and brilliant, right? And of course, you know he was a billionaire. But even Steve Jobs was told a big fat no by Apple. Yeah, he was fired by Apple. He knew his worth, he believed in himself, and he stood his ground. And eventually, they came back to him. For him to turn around and not only save the company, which wasn't doing too well, but he built it into the most valuable company in the world. Now, can you imagine if Steve Jobs made no or failure hold him back? We'd possibly have no iPhones, no iPods, no iPads, no Mac computers. Now, a lot of persons think you need to have it all figured out right now, knowing exactly what you want to be when you grow up. They tell you to have a plan and work towards it. Now, it's wonderful if you know exactly what you want to be. But if you don't, it's okay. I'm here to tell you, you are awesome. That you can redefine yourself 1,000,000 times over and over for years. You don't need to have it all figured out right now. Now is the time for you to dream and dream big. Dreams are reality in the making. Not just imagine what you could be, but work towards it. No experience is wasted. Use this time to acquire knowledge. Let your mind expand and soak it up like a sponge. When I was your age, I had no clue what I wanted to be. I didn't know, but it was okay. I tried many different professions before I ended up in fitness and motivational speaking and here before you. But none of my experiences were wasted. Knowledge is invaluable. It's something no one can ever take away from you. Equip yourself with knowledge. Mix with your big dreams and soar. Set your goals, whatever they are, and say, I can, I will, and I am. I can do it. I will do it. And I am doing it. I can excel. I will excel. I am excelling. Whenever doubt tries to creep in, remind yourself of this. Once a winner, always a winner. Once a conqueror, always a conqueror. You are unstoppable. Don't limit yourselves. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. Just believe in yourselves. I can, I will, I am. And now meet the 2025 class of Seprod Foundation Scholars.